Với thông tin và đánh giá liên quan đến xâm hại trẻ em trên môi trường mạng.
Monitoring the report of Ms. Letinha, Head of Juridical Committee of National Embassy, presented at the meeting said that from January 1, 2015 to June 30, 2019, the whole country has detected and handled 6,432 cases of sexual abuse children.
Hey, all of you, I'm MIธ์Binh and with me is Hoàng Thu Thùy. We are from Team Roshan 5 from Lào Cai High School number 1 in Lào Cai City.
As you can see above, these terrible numbers talk about the number of children being sexually abused, one of the most worrying issues of the whole society today.
And to better understand how students feel about their sex education experiences and certain knowledge about physiologies, we conduct a school-wide survey. The results show that there are still several students not fully understood about their needs, and when asking they felt about the effect of sexual education, there are still 43% of students argue that the program didn't fully resolve all student questions on the issue. But one of the motions which most highly agree that roughly 75% of students attend the survey claim that the current situation where society is overlooking the need for sex education.
And we have also interviewed a student to give an inner look about the situation. On the scale 1 to 10, how do you think that you know about your body?
I know my body about 3 to 5.
Okay. Next question. Did the sex education system on the school has complete your question about your gender?
It's completely.
Okay, so a final question. Do you think that sex education in our community today has been implemented but still not throughout?
Yes, I do.
Okay, thank you. It shows that sex education has been implemented but still not throughout. From the beginning, we have mentioned sex education many times, but maybe some people still do not understand what sex education is actually about.
Sexual education is not only about to protect yourself from sexual abuse, but also about your biological bodies. Although sex education plays an important role, it is not fulfilled well for several reasons. Fears of mentioning sensitive issues.
And especially in the family, parents are also afraid to mention the issue of sex education to their children.
And also by the student, do not take the problem seriously.
Because of these reasons, gender education has not been thoroughly implemented, thereby indirectly causing unpredictable consequences.
As long as people are not fully aware of their physiologies, our community will not be impossible to develop and perfect. The first thing we need to do is to change the view of society, especially the adult on sexual intercourse through our media, community event, activity propagated about benefits of gender education, and probably educate children, adding source of information on how to educate children, such as books, online materials, story, plays, exteriors.
Then promote the propaganda and sex education at the school. In recent years, the awareness raising for students on gender education has been highly regarded by Lào Cai High School number 1. The school had organized students to learn about school sex, including how to prevent outside pregnancy, HIV/AIDS prevention, to enhance knowledge for students. Most recently, the school has sent experts to advise the girls in the school about diseases related to the genital, how to prevent and detect. This activity have helped students to improve their awareness and understanding about their physiological health.
Besides, students and teachers are building mobile game applications, with its researching result of THPT 11D1 under guidance of Mrs. Hoàng Thùy. Its result is related to content about sexual education, aimed at students who need to have a better understanding and knowledge of sex education.
We need to do more than that. Each person, every organization, and even the whole community must take part in bringing gender education knowledge integrate into all activities so that it will constantly equip young people with the more gender-specific knowledge, thereby giving each one the right view of human physiology.